Should 16-year-olds be allowed to vote? That's what City Council was looking at today. Youth Council, that's this group of young people who advises City Council on various things like what snacks they should eat during council breaks. That was the last thing that Youth Council came to Council about that I recall was a big issue. This is even bigger. Should 16-year-olds be allowed to vote? So Youth Council says yes. They went out to high schools, they talked to 16,000 kids, and 98% of them said yes, 16, 17-year-olds should be allowed to vote. The Youth Council says places like Scotland and Norway, they allow 16-year-olds to vote. It's worth noting that North Korea also allows 17-year-olds to vote, but the Youth Council didn't bring that up. They didn't try to persuade us with what Kim Jong-un believes on this issue. So the Youth Council says like 16-year-olds, they can take the bus, they can drive, they can join the Army Reserves, they can be parents. And all of this is proof to them that 16-year-olds have the maturity to vote. And they cite some studies from the United States that show when it comes to an understanding of civic issues, 16-year-olds are about the same as people in their 20s. So there's not this big difference there. So a lot of councillors were persuaded by this. They voted unanimously, in fact, to endorse this. So the Youth Council is going to write to the provincial government and ask for 16-year-olds to vote. I think we should just keep it where it's at. Most countries in the world have it at 18-year-olds voting. And in Canada, our government, when it comes to young offenders, we say they are not mature enough to be judged like adults. To me, this is the most important point. We look at 16, 17-year-olds and we say on this really important issue, criminal justice, these people are not mature enough to be judged like adults. Well, suddenly when we go to voting, what makes them mature enough to have the serious say in the future of our society? To me, those two things don't add up, and I'm not in favor of this.